All right, this is 4430 West Lake Harriet Parkway, unit number 406. This video will be brief due to the size of this apartment. It's really one room. Let's show it from this angle. As you might have seen or recall from the pictures, this is the kitchen area, and I'm going to read out the measurements as I show the area. So here's a scan of what I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to call that far area the bedroom. It's got the little sliding doors that come up from that half wall. I'm going to call this area the living room. Around the corner there, that's the door from the hallway. Down there is actually the hallway within the apartment that leads to the full bath at the end of the hall with a couple closets on the side. And the area with the wood back here is we're going to call the kitchen. And first of all, perspective on where we're at in the building. We are in the northwest corner of the building, so at the far back. Looking out the windows, the three windows we have in here, this window right here from the kitchen faces west. Looking on the north wall, we've got two north windows, this one and the one in the bedroom. And as you can kind of get some perspective from this shot, if you look through the trees, that is Lake Harriet through the trees. That big white open area back there. So for the measurement of this unit, I'm going to go back to the very entrance here. As you look at the kitchen, and we'll just call it the kitchen, certainly can do whatever you want, but the walls kind of separate and the flooring makes a logical barrier here. So the way we're looking, the depth of the kitchen from this point to this point, that distance right there, is 8.5 feet. And the distance left to right in the kitchen from that corner to that corner is 13 feet. And that width actually extends, as you can see from the shared wall there, through the main area of the living room here. So again, from this point to that point in the living room is 13 feet. Let's step back into the kitchen to give the dimensions of what we're going to call the living room. Again, there's the entrance door that we came in at. And looking at the dimensions of the living room, which is going to encompass the areas between the wooden floor in the kitchen and the beginning of this bedroom wall, which again I think isn't absolutely necessary, but it does make a logical division. So first of all, we know from here to here is 13 feet, and the distance from the bedroom wall to where the kitchen floor begins, that is 14.5 feet. So that's pretty good. Living room, 13 side to side and 14.5 feet deep. We'll go into the bedroom. This room's a little smaller, but even from, so we're going to count this as the wall to the bedroom, and I'm going to measure to where this closet begins. And again, this closet is, I'm not even sure if it's necessary. It's just got a little half dividing wall with some shelves behind that screening built in, so I'm sure that wouldn't be necessary, and you could use this little pocket area on the side as the closet for the bedroom. It does have a window, and here's even a better shot out the bedroom window of what you can see of Lake Harriet. And again, we're at the far back corner of the building, so there are a couple other units down the hall that are obviously closer to the lake. But the distance between this little door frame here, if you were to wall it off, and that corner right there where the closet begins, is 9 feet. And if you were to go all the way to the wall, you gain another 2 feet and 2 inches for that depth of the closet. Side to side, not including this closet space, but from the short wall over to the far wall, that measures 8 feet 8 inches. And then if you were to include this area here, that is another 1 foot 10 inches that you could add on if you want to calculate it there. But this area right there is the bathroom is on the other side of that wall, so that wall is kind of necessary right there. But again, from the short distance, 8 feet 8 inches, and from the short distance this way, 9 feet wall to wall. And as you look at this room, depending on what you can do with that wall, you could definitely expand that bedroom out. Sorry, the perspective's kind of messed up because this place is so small. But you could expand the bedroom out distance a little, and even increase that depth from 9 feet to 10 to 11, maybe even more. And as I look at the ceiling as I'm describing this, I'm not sure if this is going to show up on the camera, but it actually possibly appears, oh good, you can definitely see that. You can kind of see that the ceiling indicates that that may have been the original situation of this unit as a 1 bedroom, or if you follow that line on the ceiling here over to this wall, it could have been a 13-foot deep bedroom at one point, in which case the wall would come down. I'll mark this where the wall would be. So that would be where the bedroom used to be, adding about another 4 feet to that 19 feet of bedroom, and you'd still have a logical area for a living room here. So certainly that bedroom could be expanded, and my guess is this, although it's a studio now, probably was at one point 1 bedroom. So let's look down and see the condition of the bathroom. That's all there is left to see in here. Coat closet on this side, a little linen closet right there, and a nice vintage bathroom. Tiles, obviously this whole room would need to be renovated, redone. But there's a plumbing for the sink and the toilet and the full bath with the shower and everything. So that's the bathroom. And I'll shoot some video of the outside as we leave the building, but let's get the details in here so you see what you've got. Everything pretty much needs to be redone. Tiny little kitchen area built into the hallway side wall with little tiny area to cook. Old-fashioned little stove and a little refrigerator. Window again on the west side, looking out over the neighborhood. On this side, the north side, there's another apartment building or condo building over there. But yeah, it's from the corner, panning through the kitchen area. There's another closet, the hallway to the bathroom and the entryway, and then the little half wall to where the bedroom currently is, which I'm certain could be expanded to make it a 1 bedroom. And you'd still have a good size living room right here, which, as we recall, the depth that I've got it measured out from where the wall is currently to here is 14.5 feet. So even if you extended it this way, you've got 14.5 feet to work with, and you're still left with a fairly, acceptable size living room. So a wall air conditioning unit underneath the window in the bedroom. And just examining the closet situation here. That looks like it's just a 2x10 that was hammered in to help create this closet area. So this wall looks like it was done. That's not holding anything up. So I think the bedroom could move out to expand this whole area, and then you could use this smaller area as the closet, which at some point it may have been. I guess I don't see any evidence of that, but you can make a bigger bedroom. And right now what they've got is this crazy little contraption where these doors are designed to roll out on these rollers. Pretty clever, but not very functional, and they only come out halfway anyway. So anyway, that is the interior of the unit at 4430 Westlake Harriet Parkway, unit number 406.